Doom Eternal has a lot of early designs throughout most of the cast and the levels. A lot of them went through various changes until the final version was selected for the game. The Praetor suit had a few versions with minor changes to the shoulder pads, the armor around the ribs, the gauntlet, and the upper leg area. Some art of the Sentinel King looks very different when compared to what we saw in the game. This one had less or no hair on its head, a different cape and torso armor. They all look pretty good, but I do like the version we got in the game. The soldier with the shield had a few versions, and there was like 3 species to choose from. They also had different shields. I kind of like this one in the top left, but they later settled for a human body with an energy shield. The zombies with weapons used to have handheld firearms until they were fused to the arm later on. Explosive zombies had completely different designs. One has a huge bulge on its back, another one has some heating sacks on the shoulder, and the other one has them on its back. The makers had really big changes to their heads, body armor, and some could walk on 2 feet, while others would float above the ground. And some other versions went pretty crazy on the armor, and also increasing their body mass by a lot. The carcass that we have now used to look like this, going through big changes on its arms, torso, head, shoulders, and mechanical parts. There was also another version of the carcass that was more organic. It looks like something out of Resident Evil. Another set of art pieces shows the carcass having more legs, heads, and arms. It's like a merging of multiple bodies. The Archvile's body remained the same, with very small changes to the design of the bone structure. The more noticeable changes are on the head, the blades on the forearms, and the shoulders. The Marauder had a lot of design changes. Pretty much every part of his body was modified and many versions were produced. Early versions would show him having similar armor to the Doomslayer and his Praetor suit. Then over time, you can see his armor became more corrupted and demonic in design. He was later given a sword, but it was changed to an axe, and one arm was a bit overdeveloped. One of the early art pieces of the Gargoyle was to make it more medieval. Its wings were larger, while it wore body armor and used close-range weapons. This is one design I prefer over the final version. Whiplash was shown to still use some type of whip for attacking, but it appeared to be more organic in older designs when compared to the final version that was more like a cyborg. The Gladiator boss used to have a design that absorbed organic bodies, or maybe it was just made up of multiple bodies. Another version was completely robotic, including its weapons. One of them looked like Frankenstein in a way, with pins on its back and staples on its chest, maybe to hold the flesh together, and over time they removed some armor and designed its face and body to resemble the Barons of Hell. The Doom Hunter's design went from having tank wheels with a fully mechanical body, then modified to finally having a device that hovered above the ground, and the torso being half organic and half mechanical. The Hell Knights used to have another design with horns, but they were later removed, and only the Barons of Hell would have those massive horns. The Cyber Demon mostly had changes to the horns, the eyes, the skin on the right arm, the mechanical right leg, and the rocket launcher on its left arm. Out of all of these designs, I do think the final version is the best one for the Cyber Demon. The Atlands were the giant mechs that you control to battle the Titans. Even they had different art pieces that looked very different early on. They had one that walked in a way similar to a gorilla, another one had really thick arms and legs. So it looks like they took the small ideas from others and pushed it onto the Atlan with the guns on its back. The archdemons that rule over the lesser demons don't really have much of a social structure like humans do. They might have a commander on the battlefield or another one that rules them all, but some early artwork shows that they were thinking of having Hell royalty at some point. And in some other art pieces, they were going to consider having a council of demons, where a few of them would meet and discuss certain matters. One of the drawings did show a massive maker boss made up of multiple heads and a huge body. This one was really big. Here's how the buildings on Urdak look in the game, and I'm okay with this, it's fine. But when you look at some early art pieces, you can see that these ones appear to be more organic. They had names like the Tree of Life, the Heart Chamber, the mine chamber. This top one here could be a giant ship or floating city with a bunch of eyeballs on the top area. There's also this drawing here, which shows a gigantic beast with 2 huge cannons on its back and tentacles on the other side. Another picture shows a massive creature on the Sentinel battlefield. It's in the background of a foggy area. Remember how in Doom 2 you fought the Icon of Sin as a demon head stuck on a wall? Well, Doom Eternal had an art piece called Icon of Sin Arena, which kind of resembled the old theme from Doom 2, but this was later changed to fighting the Icon of Sin with its full body intact. So that's it for this video. Did you like any early designs of Doom Eternal? Tell me in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.